What's up, guys? Just a real quick intro here to kind of let you know what you're about to see. It's not my typical toy hunt like Target, Walmart. This is kind of like a vlogish toy hunt maybe, or I don't know what you would call it. But one of my best buddies, SentriTMC, come down and spent the weekend with me, actually a couple weeks back. And me and him went and hit some of the local toy shops around here. In fact, here's one of the cool pickups from that, just right up above. So you get to see us kind of interacting and being in some of these toy shops. I don't really cover the toy shops in full. I kind of hit some high notes at each of the toy shops. You get to see some of the things that Sentry picked up while he was here in North Carolina. And then we do a really cool toy haul at the end. And we kind of run through everything that we both picked up throughout that toy hunt. So stick around, check this out, drop those comments down below. Check out Sentry's YouTube channel as well. I'll drop a link in the description to that down below. I hope you enjoy this. Again, it's not your typical toy hunt. It's just kind of a cool little thing, just showing some of the hunting that we did at local toy shops. In fact, there's no big box retail in this at all. There's no Target, there's no Walmart. It is just the local shops here. But it was a really, really fun weekend, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Check it out. All right, guys, we are walking up on Red Genesis in Gastonia, North Carolina. Just want to show a little bit of the entrance here. There's his front door and logo. Red's awesome place. Just lots of vintage stuff. We're going to go in here. SentriTMC is down there somewhere filming his intro as well. It's his video. So check out his video. I'll have a link to that on the channel. But yeah, out here at Red's. Let's go inside. Let's see what this man's got on the shelves for us. All right, guys, we are at Red Genesis. Look right here. There's Red himself, the owner of this amazing shop. So we're not going to film every inch of the shop today, but look who has made a Charlotte, North Carolina appearance.
Hey, guys.
That is SentriTMC.
Sir.
Sentry, let's start it off, man. What do we got going on over here?
We've got an inbox, My Pet Monster, which I don't know about anyone at home watching this, but I've never seen this in person in the box. And typically, when you do find him loose, he's without the chains. And, you know, parts of his limbs, whether it's, you know, his hands, his feet, are usually pretty frayed. Not only is there one inbox here, but there's also a mint loose one hanging up over there.
Let's look at this guy over here.
So, 2 in 1 shop, which is just like unprecedented, if you ask me.
There's 2 My Pet Monsters in one shop and 2 toy hunters in one shop. How coincidental is that?
And a fat redheaded guy.
There's Red. Red's the man of the hour. We're just literally in here just hanging out with Red tonight. So what's the chances of this guy getting relocated to New York?
110%.
Yeah, there you go, guys.
Yeah.
This may be the first purchase of SentriTMC's trip to North Carolina.
It is. It is. We talked about it. We saw this hanging around in other photos and other friends' videos. It's weirdly still sitting here on the shelf. So we fake negotiated, you and I, as to who was going to get it, even though it was like wrestling, very rigged.
It's predetermined.
We knew that. Yeah,
it was predetermined.
So.
Yeah.
No, he's coming home with me for sure. I definitely. I don't think you can go wrong. I mean, it's whatever you like, right? But loose, you could do a million cool things with that. I love this thing in the box.
This guy,
the box is so cool too. Like
he almost made you do one of the dumbest things you've ever done in life, and that's drive 10 hours.
Drive
in North
10 plus
Carolina.
hours. So yeah, to put him in my passenger seat to drive home with him, because I don't want to necessarily ship him. But
yeah,
also guys, that Typhoon, right? Mini
look at
Typhoon,
this right here.
That brings back memories. Too.
Right here.
Yeah.
Look at this right here, though. Look at this Primal Rage, man. Red has got extremely nice condition Primal Rage. Couple in box back in there.
It's most of the line.
Couple trolls. Look at this. Awesome stuff. Red's got it going on, guys. If you're not familiar with Red's shop, he's in Gastonia, North Carolina. Red, what is the address?
4312 Wilkinson Boulevard, Suite F in Gastonia. I'm technically in Lowell, but I have a Gastonia address.
There you go. And how can these guys get a hold of you?
704-884-1653. I will ship certain things as long as you're willing to do it my way. When I say that, I mean I got to send you a link for my point of sale, get exact shipping from UPS. I am willing to ship certain items and, you know, expand a little bit there. So just let me know. Holler
awesome.
at me.
And guys, we're trying to talk Red into putting together a YouTube channel. So we'll see. Maybe.
Into it.
Maybe coming soon.
Yeah.
Coming
soon.
soon.
All your tricks, it's coming.
That's true.
So,
Coming soon, guys. We'll be sharing the Red Genesis YouTube channel in the coming, hopefully, weeks, months.
thank you, brother. I
Get it going.
that.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. We can never get too much toy shop, you know.
No, you can't. It's a lifestyle.
It is. And in all seriousness, guys, the Red Genesis Toy Shop is one of the best vintage toy shows in the entire area. Red does a great job of housing so much goodness in this place. In fact, it's so good that a SentriTMC will fly down here to come see Red.
Just did it, yeah.
Yeah, literally.
I didn't come see you.
Exactly. You just needed my vehicle so we could drive here. So you didn't have to drive yours 10 hours.
Correct.
Got some cool vintage Transformers over in here. So yeah, guys, hit Red up. If you're in the Gastonia area, this is a must-stop shop right here. So much good stuff. We are now at Retro Toys and Collectibles. You'll see it right here. There's Sentry right there, getting ready to film his intro to Retro as well. So we're going to come in, we're going to see what Cotton's got on the shelf. One of the best stores around. This guy's just killing it with the retro stuff. So let's get on inside, let's see what's going on. All right, guys, so we are at Retro Toys and Collectibles, Cherryville, North Carolina. If you're ever in Cherryville, you want to come out and see these guys. Cotton, where are you located? Give me an address here.
400 East Main Street, Section A, Cherryville, North Carolina.
400 East Main Street, Cherryville, North Carolina. Amazing shop, but something really cool just happened. I just picked this up. So this is a complete, with slime, real Ghostbusters Playhouse playset with box. So my cameraman, SentriTMC, is gonna give you a little tour of it, but extremely nice box, which we're not sure what we're gonna do with the box yet.
Is that my box?
This could, well, if I drop it, it may not be, but yeah, this could potentially be your box. But yeah, just give us a little room tour here of the playset, and just the condition of this thing is ridiculous. So yeah, Cotton made me a fantastically fair deal on this thing. It's been a long time want for the man cave. So we made it happen today. We can have a vintage Ecto 1 already. So we'll be able to pull that guy in and park him and display this really nice. So there we go. And we're gonna pick up some other stuff too. So I gotta do a little more wheeling and dealing with Cotton before I leave here.
That is really clean. I want that box.
Yeah, we'll talk about the box.
I want that box.
All right, guys, so you got to hear from me, with me on this side of the camera, but now Sentry's in a pickle, right? So talk to us, Sentry. What are you looking at? What are you thinking about?
Well, now that you've helped me, as you've cleaned out most of the things that I've wanted, so you know, the scraps hardly.
Yeah,
but,
that's right.
That Fort Curium Brave Star playset. Sealed.
Yep.
It's between that. It's between this.
All right, guys, let me show y'all something now. This is something that you don't get to see every day, but look what Sentry's holding in his hands right now. Look at that. I mean, absolutely beautiful. Literally looks like it just came off the card.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's it. As well as, look right there.
Yep. Hot spots down there.
And all this.
All the cave turtles.
Oh my goodness, all the cave turtles. I mean, look at this. Unbelievable. Yep. That is toy porn.
That's crazy.
Right there. I mean, that's all that is. Unreal.
Yep. And then the Metlar down there.
Oh yeah, still thinking about the Metlar.
Well, I think I'm just gonna. I don't take care.
Yep.
He is very mint and fully upright and not broken in any way. So.
Yep.
So more than likely, I'm gonna take him. I don't know how I'm gonna get him home.
Yeah.
But I'll take him, and then I think one of the other two probably as well. So we'll see. But that's it.
All right, updates coming, guys. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm gonna show y'all the face of a contemplating man right here.
Yeah. Yep.
So he's talking about a knockoff / custom. What do we call this here?
Custom.
Custom? It'd be a custom, right? I mean, look at this right here.
Look at that.
The back art, it's actually unfortunate that you couldn't display both sides at the same time, because the back art on this actually may be as good or better than the front art on this.
Display.
I love that.
Yeah.
That is some amazing back art.
It is. I mean, the art alone.
It is awesome.
Yeah.
But now front art, I think, you go ahead and flip that right quick again.
Mm-hmm.
The front art, I like this one better.
Yeah,
Actually,
me too.
I love this.
Me too.
I love this through the Turtles
I'm not a
logo.
hotspot guy anyway.
Yeah.
I'm a scratch guy. And that's...
So Century's thinking about this along with that. So as you guys, if you know toys, if you know TMT, you can understand why his face looks like he's a little stressed right now.
Well, I'm not stressed. I just don't know what the heck I'm doing. Yeah, maybe I'm stressed.
Yeah, I think it is a little
Came to that
stress.
conclusion
It's a
out
little
loud,
stress.
yeah.
It's good stress though.
It is good stress.
It's not bad stress.
It's an oxymoron.
It's not the kind that gives you gray hair. It's a different kind of stress.
I'm already getting some of that over here.
All right, guys, we are over in Gamers Alley in Gastonia, North Carolina. We're going to take a quick look at some of the really cool stuff they've got. They've really done a nice inventory swap out. A lot of new stuff out here on the shelves. A lot of cool vintage stuff. So yeah, let's take a look, see what they got. All right, guys, I'm not going to hit all of Gamers Alley, but I am going to hit some of the cooler stuff. But check this out. Here at Gamers Alley there. Got the in-box USS flag and some additional carded items. They got them a setup here for some Star Wars vintage as well as some modern stuff. Got a whole cabinet here full of Transformers over here. Pretty awesome. Swinging on around, more Transformers in box. Now these guys have a website, so you can go out to the Gamers Alley website. I'll try to remember to throw a link in the description to it. Anything you see in this video, you can pick up from their website. So it's pretty cool. And they were just telling me that on Black Friday, they're going to have a 25% off everything in inventory sale. So that's a really cool deal as well. So yeah, I mean, these are just some freaking amazing carded turtle figures. Got a lot of the NECA stuff up there. Check this out. Look at that. Boulder Hill playset. A lot of the vehicles there. Got some Visionaries in here. Look at that. Very cool. MOTU down here. Gotta love. Look at that. Bashosaurus box. The Bashosaurus. Got a Battle Cat in package back there. Very cool. Got Battle Bones in box there. We'll flip on around and we'll show you guys a couple things back here. It's a little harder with these, a little bit of a glare. But got some Food Fighter down there. That's pretty cool. Dino Riders action figures. Got a Rapid Fire Ecto Blaster. A couple of the Fright features. Combat. Got some boxed Shadow and Robin Hood there. Very cool. We're gonna come on back. There's a little more mask there. Switchblade, mask. We're gonna walk on back here. I want to show you guys something in this back cabinet, which is very cool. Check these out. Shogun Warriors up there. Look at that. Is that not freaking amazing? Got some Supernatural. Got a Beetlejuice over here. RoboCop. Lots of cops figures in package there. Swamp Thing down there. Yeah, these guys have really they've rotated their inventory out. Brought in some really cool new stuff. They have a ton of modern. Everything you see down through here is all the modern stuff. Like right there, you can see the new Thundercat stuff. All the way into Super 7, Power Rangers, lots of DC McFarlane and Marvel Legends. Okay, right here we got to come talk about this. Got my boy Sentry over here. Sentry, talk to us. What we got right here, buddy?
Rage Cage Hulk. in a mint box. Cage is obviously unbroken. Really nice piece. As far as value goes, this has kind of fluctuated up and down the past, I don't know, year or so.
Yeah.
We've got 150 on the sticker for that, which is pretty good.
Yeah. For that
times,
condition, absolutely.
Absolutely. At times, I mean, this has been nearly double that, or even double that.
Wow.
Price, so
wow.
yeah, it's on the low now.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, that's any Toy Biz Marvel guy like yourselves. That's kind of an
easy purchase.
It is. I mean, there are a few easy purchases here that build up to make it something difficult.
Right.
When it, I mean, there's just, I was not expecting.
To find what you,
any of this, really, to be honest.
They were just telling me they did a lot of inventory rotation, so that's what we're getting. We benefited from coming in.
Rotation.
Yeah, we benefited from coming in at the right time. So got some additional Marvel Legends and then some older '90s Marvel Universe, more Origins figures here. Got some Star Wars there, vintage collection, a little bit of older stuff. Got some classics, and again, just kind of doing a quick overview for you guys. You can find all this on the website. There's some of the like 25th and that type of thing, and then some more modern stuff kind of across the top up there. So that's pretty cool there. The gold Batman. So yeah, very nice inventory in Gamers Alley today. All right, guys, that is, I don't know if we call it a toy hunt, because I didn't really go into detail everywhere, but I really tried to track and follow a lot of our cool pickups. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. It's a little different than like my typical toy hunt is, and there's no Walmart, Target. This is just some really amazing stores that I'm blessed enough to have in my area, so much so that Sentry's willing to come down here just to hunt these toy shops.
Yes, almost drove.
Almost
10
drove.
hours, almost drove.
In fact, that
next
may
time,
actually be coming.
Next time, yeah, that is the next step.
That's going to be coming.
Yeah.
And you guys will see why here soon, why he's going to have to make a trip down via car on his next trip. But what we're going to do is just kind of run through a lot of the things that we picked up. Now, some things we've already either bagged up or boxed up for Sentry for whenever that trip up north happens for those figures. So I'm going to have to just kind of do some overlays, but we'll show you pictures of what he picked up. And then a lot of the stuff we actually have right here with us. So we're going to go through all that. So Ryan, why don't you go ahead and kick us off with one of your pickups?
Yeah, sure. We'll start with the pickups from Red Genesis.
Okay.
Which was our first shop this weekend of the hunt of the weekend. So we'll start off with a handful of Troll Force. Pick these up. This is a line that, maybe, how's that? Yeah. A little closer there. This is a line, this is an opener, as you guys can see. This is the blisters cracked there. Blisters blistered. But this line and Battle Trolls are two lines that that have been on my list. It was just a matter of time. It was inevitable that I get into this stuff. And Red had a handful of them for a great price, and who am I to resist? A Motu knockoff. So this is a great Motu knockoff line. I love it. Early '90s, 1992. Next up, more Troll Force. Like I said, I'm a knockoff collector. I'm a Motu guy, and you mix that in with some trolls. This was all part of the early '90s. Troll craze that these companies, Toys and Things, and with Battle Trolls, Hasbro, tried to take advantage of it. Stone Protectors with the animated series and the video game, the Turtle Trolls. It was Troll Mania.
They figured out boys like these too.
Yeah.
All we got to do is just make them look cool.
And so do 40-year-old men. So, Oh, this one's cracked too. This is awesome. I'm opening this too.
Even more reason to open.
I always need excuses to open things.
You got a great price on them, so it's not like you feel bad about it.
These are very, very cheap. The only reason I'd actually keep these on card is because the card is cool. 90s poppy colors and whatnot. So that is another Battle Troll, or Troll Force figure, I should say. And the last Troll Force figure, right there. And as I just mentioned, I also picked up a couple of Battle Trolls pieces. The Franken Troll here. This guy I'm keeping on card. This card, I love this card, and he displays perfectly as is.
That is legit one of my that one I'm going to find on eBay. I love that figure right there.
It's awesome.
That purple and that green.
It is awesome.
Pops, man.
I love that.
That is amazing.
The card art is amazing.
Yeah, the card art is amazing.
You're
gonna leave that on card?
Yeah, this is left on card.
Yeah. Well, the card's very nice. It's a great card.
And 1,000 times we talked about it this weekend, and just in general that 80s and 90s box art, original art.
Yeah.
That we don't see anymore.
That's where it's at.
Can't beat it.
Yeah. No.
Thoughtful, original.
Yeah.
A little veining here up top.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Doesn't matter. It looks so good. Doesn't matter.
It does. So that is the troll portion of the Red Genesis haul. Oh, one more Battle Trolls here.
Oh, can't forget that one.
And he's staying in box, the Bullseye Troll, with the capture net. But you know, I mean, I would display him with the box if I were to open it. And that looks like it, that's factory tape. Yeah, I mean, I think that's factory tape.
Yeah, that is I would.
That's factory tape. There's nothing over
I
it.
would bet this is factory.
So we've had some experiences with finding things without factory tape on it this weekend, which we're going to get into soon, shortly. But Battle Troll. So that's the troll portion of this haul, the Red Genesis portion of this haul. Actually, I should also mention this. Red knows that I'm a big My Pet Monster guy. So, as a throw-in, gave me this awesome My Pet Monster puzzle sealed. So this will just be displayed as is on an acrylic stand or something like that, car stand or whatever.
Right.
So, cheers to Red. Thank you, buddy.
That's
You're
right.
man.
Yep.
Definitely go check him out, especially if you're in the area. You're in Gastonia, surrounding area, North Carolina.
Yep.
I mean, that's just such an awesome shop.
It's a must.
It's a thoughtfully well-curated place.
Yeah.
And you're always going to find weird stuff in there, obscure stuff.
You are.
Great stuff like this, and 80s and 90s stuff. It can't go wrong.
The great thing about Reds, when you walk into Reds and we go in there, we know he's going to have things that even as good as the other shops around are, no one else is going to have it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the way it is. He does a great job of kind of curating and finding those things that just aren't very common in the collector world. So very cool. All right, guys, so while we're on the subject of Red Genesis, I'll go ahead and cover what I picked up from him. So I picked up a My Pet Monster. Now, this is the 2001 release. It was the second release of My Pet Monster. There was an 86 release that goes for quite a bit more than this guy does for sure. But it's the closest thing I'm probably going to get to the original as far as what I'm willing to spend on this guy. And it's mint condition. Red's had this guy for a little while around the shop. He's complete, chains and everything's intact. He's perfect. And
he doesn't smell either.
No, he doesn't.
Still smells like out of the Toy Max factory.
He does. There's literally no smell to him, actually, which is nice. So
great.
Yeah, he's going to hang around up here on the top of one of the bookcases here, and I'll probably move him around from time to time just to have him looking down over the man cave in a different angle. But yeah, really cool pickup there at Red Genesis. It's kind of, again, one of those things we don't see a lot of these. I mean, we went to multiple other fantastic toy shops. We didn't see any more of these.
No.
So it's just another example of just how Red does a good job of putting stuff in the shop that is just not available everywhere. All right, so we went from Red Genesis. We went over and saw our buddy Cotton at Retro Toys and Collectibles. And this was one that Sentry had really been excited about going to.
Yes.
And Cotton did not disappoint.
No.
He absolutely killed it. We walked straight in and immediately started seeing things that we both wanted. In fact, almost to the point of having to debate over which one of us would be able to, to purchase the particular item. So you'll see some of that over in Sentry's video when he actually posts that. He gets a little more in detail than I did as far as me and him kind of talking back and forth about the different things Cotton had there in the shop. So go ahead and kick us off with what you have. Now, disclaimer here, this is kind of where we said we've packed up a lot of Sentry's stuff for the trip when it goes back up north. So some of this stuff we're going to have to throw up some images, but we're going to go ahead and just kind of talk through what you picked up there.
Yeah, so the first packed up thing, the glass baby that's sitting right over there.
Yeah.
I picked up a very mint loose without the box Metlar from the Inhumanoids line. Nothing is broken on it whatsoever. All the head tabs intact, nothing rattling around. The paint is some of the best, absolute best paint I've ever seen on a Metlar. Joints are good, stands up on its own. That is something that I have been holding out for, I would say for years, a very long time, a few years. I just couldn't find the right one. We've seen him time and time. We actually saw one at Reds last year, but didn't meet my standards, and that one was good too. I'm very, very picky. But we found a good one here on the bottom shelf of one of the detolfs at Cotton's at Retro Toys and Collectibles, and he gave me an amazing deal for it.
Very much so.
$100. Took that thing home.
Ridiculously good deal.
I will say with confidence, cannot get any better than that.
Third of the price.
For that figure, that could easily have gone for $300, no problem. $250, absolutely no issues. Spending money on that. He initially had it at $180, knocked it down to $100. So
very cool.
Shout out to Cotton. Thank you very much, sir. That was one pickup. Another boxed up pickup, or wrapped up pickup, or a few of them. I wound up picking up 3 out of the 4 Cave Turtles from the Vintage Playmates TMNT line. Cave Leo, Cave Donnie, Cave Mikey, with a good amount of their stuff, their accessories. And they're all in phenomenal condition. Any TMNT collector out there, a vintage guy, you know how hard it is to track those things down, especially complete. I have a Cave Donnie graded that I bought off my buddy Humpty last year, or this past year at Toylanta. I've been searching for these guys, and they're tough to find, especially in nice condition with all their stuff. So they're almost complete, but they're incomplete. And but those are super excited to add those into the collection. Harder to find turtles. And then last but not least,
definitely not least.
No, definitely not least. It's not arguably the star of the show this weekend for me.
Yeah.
Speaking of hard to find turtles, I wound up picking up I'm looking at the bag that it's in now. He's all wrapped up. A very, very mint, incomplete, but very mint scratch figure. I did not wake up yesterday and roll out of bed here in ManCave's Man Cave and say, I'm going to pick up a scratch today. Right. But we walked into Cotton's, and he had a mint hotspot too. I mean, they were sitting right next to each other. And even then, I was like, that's really cool to see, kind of whatever. But had it in the back of my mind, there's so many other things that we were talking about that we were, had friendly arguments over. And, but I wound up taking home a scratch. All of that together, that entire haul was $11.50.
Yeah.
Out the door.
Awesome.
So that's scratch. And I always, on my channel, I like to, I just tell people what I pay for and stuff like that, just for full transparency. I think it's good to get that out there, or at least, But, so for the 3 the 3 Cave Turtles came out to $90 in total. Metlar was $100, and then the rest was thrown to scratch. So, I mean, in most cases, you're paying more for a loose mint scratch than $11.50. Period. Never mind that whole haul. If you add that up, to what the current market price is for that, you're pushing $2K, no problem. So amazing deal from Cotton, and got to add a pretty big piece into the team.
I would consider, our community sometimes gets a little carried away with the word grail.
Yeah.
But I would say scratch is up there in that talk.
Yeah.
He's for sure in that. Just, due to unavailability, if anything, and especially unavailability in mint condition.
I agree, and I'm not like a guy that I like exclusivity when it comes to collecting. I do, but I also, first and foremost, I have to actually like the thing.
Sure. And
that is a figure that I do actually like. Hotspot, I could take or leave.
Right.
If I ever find a great deal on that, then fine. I don't need that because it's considered a grail.
Yeah.
The scratch figure is hard to find and is considered, is up there in terms of what it is for the line, what it means to the line, and what it means to collectors.
I don't know of another figure in the line that is where he's at. I mean, that's kind of the top of the food chain from as far as the Playmates, turtle line.
Yeah. So that was a figure that I did actually want. So I couldn't be happier to add that in. That was the Cotton Hall. The Retro
very cool
Toys.
pickups.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right, so I'm going to run through mine. We'll start with the smaller stuff. All right, so the first two things, we got two trolls here. We got the Boxer and the Commando. I'm not going to take them out of the bag. You guys, I'm sure if you're a vintage toy collector, you've seen these a million times, maybe even had them as a kid. I'm a sucker for the trolls. I've got a couple already down there, complete, that I actually bought on card, took off card. So these were loose, but they were complete, and they're basically in mint condition. So yeah, Cotton made me a good deal on those two. And then we got into some Toxic Avenger. I was a big Toxic Avenger fan as far as the cartoon and the action figures. I had pretty much all of these action figures I'm getting ready to show you, except with the exception of one. Cotton had these complete mint, so we picked them up. Dr. Killomoff right there, looking good. Can't have a Toxic Avenger collection without having a Toxie. So there you go. Toxie's kind of the figure in the line that is a little
Big boy.
He's the big boy, and again, these are very affordable. So he's not a massively expensive figure. I want to say Cotton gave him to me for $60. But he is complete. He's mint.
Yeah, he did.
Looks really, really nice. So I think he goes for about 80, and Cotton did about 60. So it was very fair.
You see him for triple digits.
Yeah, you can, absolutely. I was actually looking.
Like that.
I was looking at carded versions of them. You know, can get on up there pretty high on the mint card.
Yes,
so
definitely.
yeah, and then Major Disaster. This was actually one of my favorite figures as a kid.
Such a good
right here, man. He destroyed my turtles many times. Actually, he kind of took it out on my turtles as a kid. I just thought he was such a cool looking character.
Oh, it's the whole line is.
Yeah,
awesome.
I mean, this is like Rambo meets Swamp Thing right here. You know,
and it's nice that it's not a big line, so it's very collectible.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a completionist. Typically, especially with older lines from back then, I kind of pick what I had. But that would be an easy line to complete out.
Complete that.
Just because it wasn't so big. And then this little guy here, who we can't never remember his name. I think we figured it was Radioactive Man or something. I think. I can't remember his name. I did not have this guy as a kid. But he was there. He's in mint condition. He's complete. He's part of the Toxic Avenger line. Why not grab him? I'm not going to leave him there by himself.
No.
So I went ahead and picked him up.
When in Rome.
That's right. All right, so guys, now we'll talk about the big boy that I made yesterday, the big boy purchase that I made yesterday. We'll start with the box. We got the Real Ghostbusters Firehouse. So this was one that me and Sentry both kicked around. I think you even kicked around the idea of picking this up.
Almost kicked you in the head.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So this is one I've had my eye on for a long time. Cotton's actually had this in the shop there for a while now. I think at one point it wasn't complete. He was missing the slime. And then I think he eventually completed it out and it went back up in there. And when I went in yesterday, I seen it, fell in love with it all over again. It was one that's been on my high on my list of items that I wanted to pick up. So it is complete mint condition from top to bottom, including the box. So here's the box.
The box is all I want at this point.
Yeah, me and Sentry may work out a deal on the box at some point.
That's the only thing I just want the box.
And then here's the actual playset. So
that is a beauty, though.
Yeah, it is very, very nice. I've got to kind of install all the doors and everything into it because they're all separate. But the ghost trap, everything is there. Everything you see in the picture, except for the little kid, is there. So
that's like the cleanest firehouse. I mean, usually the base is destroyed, the roof is destroyed, gooped.
This thing is
pretty nice.
It's just an awesome piece, and will kind of become a centerpiece for the collection, I think, for years to come. Here is kind of the man of the hour here, the ectoplasm. The amount that this goes for on the market is just really a stupid thing in our community.
So stupid.
Yeah, it's just
very dumb.
It is. It's very dumb. It is completely sealed up. The plastic is all the way around it. But this, it's unfortunate, but if you want a complete version of the firehouse, you're going to pay a premium because of this.
Wow.
And that doesn't make sense, but that's the reality.
It's very dumb. But,
you have it, though. I have it. I have the non-toxic ectoplasm right here. It will never leave this can as long as it's in my possession. So it'll just be nicely displayed here with the firehouse going forward.
Part of the slime club now. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, part of the slime club.
Exclusive club.
Very, very true. Very true. Cool. All right, I think that is it for that. So now we have
We either have gamers or we go to Salisbury quick.
Let's just go to Salisbury real quick, because you have something
do
to
it
run
in
through real
time
fast.
order.
Yeah. So that was it for our trip to Cotton's up at Retro Toys and Collectibles. He's in Cherryville, North Carolina, so if you're ever in that area, that is a must-stop shop. I mean, he's got a lot of square foot of a lot of just amazing stuff. I didn't even really cover his wrestling section, but he has the best wrestling section of anyone anywhere around here.
And it's also just a really cool display.
It's a great display.
We're walking into a ring,
It is.
essentially.
It really is. I didn't even get into it because I wasn't looking for any wrestling stuff, but it is a fantastic wrestling collection back there that he has. So,
That goofball Hogan he's got.
that's pretty cool. The statue, the kind of. All right, so we're going to move on. So we went to a small toy show in Salisbury, North Carolina, and Sentry actually ended up picking up. I didn't get anything. Our buddy Zach Jack Dan went with us. We didn't even film. I don't think either one of us filmed, did we? Did you film at all there yesterday?
No.
So we don't have any footage from there, but we're going to have Sentry just kind of run through. He picked up a couple neat little items that just aren't super available items, kind of things you don't see every day. So show us what you got.
And just before we get into this, I will say with that Salisbury show, at least this particular one, Inside Pitch, right? Put that on. My first time at an Inside Pitch event, and I really enjoyed it. And sometimes it's not about, all of the, just high-end crazy stuff that you may see there. And there's a nice selection of things, but it just, you walk in, very chill, just a good old-fashioned toy show. And that, to me, I just enjoyed walking around with my coffee. There's nothing better to me, walking around with my friends with my coffee and just looking at the tables, seeing what's there. And, you find something, you don't. And it reminds me of toy shows I used to go to when I was younger and even with my father. So it was, I really enjoyed that show. Yeah. I really enjoyed that show.
Well, and I think we both this weekend, and you guys will see it from the videos, me and Sentry both this weekend kind of took the attitude that we're just going to enjoy hanging out.
Yeah.
Really. This was not a YouTube trip
no.
that Sentry made up. This was we're going to just enjoy each other's company.
Yeah.
We're going to do what we want when we want. We might do one shop this day, one shop that day.
We did a shop a day.
We did a shop a day. We spent 3 hours in the shop.
Yeah, we spent all day. Yeah, more long than that.
Sometimes more than
3 hours to figure out what we wanted.
That's right. That's right.
On top of the hunt.
And we kind of filmed the highlights because we did want to share that with you guys. But it was just a really cool, chill. As we said, we didn't even film at the Salisbury Toy Show. We just kind of walked around and enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was, like you said, it was just a traditional toy show that we both enjoyed just being a part of.
Walk in, no hype, no nothing. You just walk in, you walk around, have a good time. I wound up picking up a few bits. This was a nice piece. He's really nice. He's almost complete. I think he's missing a couple of like 2 guns, but I got Scale Tail.
That's a super cool. That right there just shows you how cool Playmates was in the sense that
this is one of the coolest.
They just created all kinds of different molds.
Yep.
I mean, everything had its
absolutely unique.
They didn't get any other. There's nothing else they could use that mold for. So it was good, at least not in the turtle line.
No, he's in great shape.
He's
no
in
broken
fantastic
tail.
condition.
Yeah. So a couple of other pieces that I'll add on to him, but I've never had him because I can never find him without him being broken. So. Really happy to find this. I picked up this from one specific vendor along with another Cave Leo. I didn't buy this for Leo since I bought Cave Leo at Cotton's at Retro Toys. But I was missing both of Cave Leo's weapons. So I bought this guy specifically for the weapon. We were talking about like what are the odds, like, less than 24 hours before buying 3 of the cave turtles, and now you happen to find one on the cheap with a weapon that you need.
You never even see the cave turtles, much less 2 in 2 days.
And as far as if you're a percentage or odds guy, out of all 3 cave turtles that I bought, the only one that didn't have any weapons was Leo. So
and then
it's
the
like,
next day,
what are the odds of that? So
very
happy about that. This lot was $30 total.
Yeah.
So he had marked Scale Tail at 35, this guy for 10. He just gave them both to me for 30. So very nice man. And these next 2 pickups, the last 2 from the Salisbury show, I mean, these are for me big time pickups. This is something you would want to find at any high end vintage show. You just don't see them really at all. Any high fantasy collector, sci-fi guy, which I am, first and foremost, I wound up finding some Dragon Riders of the Styx figures. This is one of the exclusive riders, the one that specifically goes to Fantar. I'd love to find him. but you know, and he's in great shape too. Never see these guys at all. He's one of the money guys in the line. That figure line it's small. It's like, you know, that was based off of the game from, you know, 1983. There were probably like 13 figures in that line and a handful of mounts, flying mounts and ground mounts, whether it's, you know, you had the dragon, you had, this guy was like a nightmare horse, a couple of other different, most of them were dragons. You had a dragon flyer as well. So you had different riders that went with each one of those mounts. This was one of them. So this guy was $75. This is the same guy. This vendor is the guy that I bought the Tiamat and Fortress of Fangs, my second Fortress of Fangs off of at Toylanta earlier. You see this guy, Chris, Blue Ridge Toys and Comics. He has everything. He has some deep vintage stuff all the time. I don't know. I told him I need to steal your Rolodex, but and then the other pickup, another Dragon Riders of the Styx. This is the Black Knight with his shield. Chris told me that he may have the sword as well, so I'll wait on that. The sword you could probably track down for like, you know, $20-$30 if you need to. But again, these are figures. I don't typically buy things incomplete, but like the super rare stuff, like this, I would equate rarity wise along the lines of like Knickerbocker Lord of the Rings. Like if you find a good figure, or almost even at this point, unless it's completely beat to crap, you know, those are things you pick up when you see them, right, if they're high on your list. So that's where I would rate the Dragon Riders stuff. I would love to also find the Dragon Riders the actual board game and just keep the art in box and keep it as a background. But I absolutely love that figure line, and along with the crossbows and catapults, very similar sort of toys there, and which my buddies at the Retro Toy Con show picked up the last piece of the expansion pack for that.
That's right.
The dragon from crossbows and catapults. I have the Cyclops and the Minotaur, which I bought at Toylanta this past year. So I'm really into all that stuff. So I was very happy with those pickups.
Heck of a weekend for you.
It was.
You was buying toys and you wasn't even at the show.
No.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean, not only were you buying them here, you were buying toys. You know, off in the distance.
Got some good friends, you know. Shout out to Barbershop Toys. Go check them out. If you're into wrestling, vintage wrestling, that's the guy.
So we went from there. We just kind of chilled and hung out yesterday evening. Got us some good food and relaxed. And unfortunately, my family has been under the weather. We got sick about the time that Sentry got in. So we've been trying our best to get him sick, literally for the entire time he's been here. But we went from there. We spent, you know, obviously we got us a good night's rest, got up this morning, and we said, let's ride back out to Gastonia. And we really didn't have any intention of going to Gamers Alley.
No.
Because we've kind of seen what they had, and we just didn't know that we would kind of see what we ended up seeing.
And to be honest, there have been videos put out in recent months. I think even JD put one out recently. Yeah. And it looked, you know, to be totally honest, it looked very similar to how we did it a year plus ago when we all went there and piled in there.
That's right.
So, yeah, that was not part of the plan.
That's what it was not. But we was going to go back out and see Red again to see if anything popped back up in his store. Yeah. We ended up going to Gamers Alley and spending a few minutes. We walked straight in the door, and the first thing we see is a USS flag that looks amazing.
In box.
And that obviously piqued our interest. We start looking and we find some other stuff. Now, they're going to be doing a Black Friday sale, 25% off. So
anything in the store.
Anything, I think any toys. I don't know if
any toy in the store.
Any toy in the store, 25% off. So that's coming if you're in the area. Gamers Alley is running an awesome sale. Because they have all their toys are sticker priced. You pretty much, for the most part, know what they are. They do have some stuff that you can't see what the price is. Then they'll go look it up. Hadn't been stickered, but it'd have been crazy for me to buy anything. I'll just go back, you know, and I'll just go back in a week and get what I want.
I may have you pick me up one or two things.
There you go. That's possible. Yeah. But you know, Ron did pick up some stuff.
I did. And if Chad Plouffe, Matt Stryker, I don't know what this is, but if you guys are watching this, Chad especially, because he's a Robin Hood guy, as am I, and I rhymed. But I've been trying to hunt down these 3 specific items with the box. Now, whoever had this before it got to Gamers Alley, we'll get into that, I guess. But the boxes, everything in here is complete. It's open box, really. I mean, everything is mint, loose, complete. Which, you know, the Sherwood Forest, especially, aka the Ewok Village 2.0, That thing is so hard to find complete, and never mind complete, but in nice condition. And we're not going to get into, you know, we're not a deep dive into all the bits, but that is, I mean, you saw it when we were inspecting it.
Perfect.
That thing is, it is. And so are the two vehicles that I picked up as well. So picked up a net launcher here, and I'll pop this guy open real quick. You can see, got the insert too. So this is like with the instructions and everything. This is complete. So with sealed contents, and the box is in fantastic condition. What really bums me out is, and you know, this may not bother some people, but it does bug me. It bugs the crap out of me, to be honest. But that tape is not factory tape. You can see tape strips here and tape strips there, and
you know what I think? It really looks like it's someone who wanted to display these the way you are wanting to.
mm-hmm.
Take them out of the box, set them up in a display,
Mm-hmm.
display the box, display the figure, and that's the only reason they opened them. I don't think these were toys. I don't feel like someone played with these.
They don't look tampered with.
They don't look tampered with. It really looks like it was part of a collection, but for some dumb reason, this bonehead, when he put them back in, put his own tape on the boxes.
It's, you know, and this one's arguable. I don't know. This one I'm not sure, but we'll see. But we know for sure.
Yeah, we think we have one coming.
It's
that we
coming.
know, yeah.
So you got the net launcher. That's interesting, though. I'd have to take a closer look at that.
Yeah, these I'm not so sure on.
You know what?
I'm with you.
I think these actually, I might be good on these.
I think so too.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
But anyway, Bola Bomber, same thing. Complete, opened, got the insert instructions, all of that stuff in there. What sticker is this? Hills.
Condition.
So those two pieces with the box, and then last but certainly not least, and by the way, these were 40 each.
Mm-hmm.
I love the box art on these things.
Yeah.
I absolutely love them. And this thing, there it is. Sherwood Forest. Sorry.
Yeah, that was cool. Let me get out of the way on that.
Look how pretty that box is. That is one pretty box. So the problem, what ManCave and I were just alluding to, or speaking to, you could see there's all sorts of, I don't know if you could see it or not, but all sorts of tape.
Layered.
Layered tape.
Yeah.
On both sides. I mean, you can actually see, at least in person, kind of maybe see a little bit there.
Here's the original tag there.
Yeah. You can see in person, you can see the yellowed factory tape. And then on top of that, you can see where there's tape applied. Especially this side is.
Yeah.
This side is.
We can feel it. You can feel how thick.
Feel how thick it is.
How thick the tape is.
I don't know if you can really.
He taped it up as if he was shipping it somewhere.
Yeah, and we won't spend 10 minutes analyzing.
No, that's
reapplied tape. But
that's right.
The moral of the story is this thing is. I got that thing for $150, which is a great price for it, even just loose mint complete.
Yeah.
So I'll have a Sherwood Forest box for sale if anyone wants it. This is something where I love the art so much on this that I would look to track one, and it's also pretty affordable and obtainable. So this is something where I would happily buy one, a mint one sealed, and just have that along with this. So but that was the haul from Gamers Alley, and they had a few other things there too.
They did, and you guys will see those in my video as well as in Ron's video. We kind of covered the highlights of Gamers Alley and just some of the cool stuff they had. So you definitely want to check those out. So I think, did we cover? I think we covered the haul for the weekend.
Yeah, I think that's enough.
So yeah, it needs to be. My wallet says it's enough.
Yes.
So guys, we had a fantastic time. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Nothing but love for Ron coming down and spending the weekend with me. Ron and I have become very good friends over the years. So I'm just thankful for those relationships. Thank you for coming down and spending the weekend. And at some point, I got to get up to New York and kind of see
we'll take care of it.
Yeah, kind of see what you got going on up there.
Yeah.
So check out Sentri's channel. There will be a link in the description down below to it. We'll also, as he puts his videos out, I'll try to remember to put those in my description as well. Just
and
retroactively drop them down in there. So you're going to want to see those videos. He's actually going to do a really good job of kind of focusing each shop. Where you saw mine was kind of just a weekend video. Ron's is going to be more of a focused video collection on each of our shops that we went and saw. So that'll be pretty cool. They'll be coming out over the next month or so.
Yeah,
I guess
one a week.
Yeah, one a week. So definitely be on the lookout for those. And I think that wraps it up, man.
Yeah, man. And I just want to take a quick moment to thank you and your lovely wife for hosting me. Your generosity, your hospitality. It's been such a great weekend, man. So thank you. Thank you for your friendship. Thank you for this weekend.
Awesome.
I love it.
Thank me after you don't get sick.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, guys, that's it. Drop the comments down below. Hit that like button if you're not a subscriber. Subscribe to the channel, and we will see you on the next time.